Hey everybody, Ham here. Just washed my hair. Going to the gym in a little bit, but it was just like grease bucket. I wanted to do a fun video about like astrological signs and what I know about each one and like what I've experienced from like friends, relationships, co-workers. This bird, man. So where do we begin? So we begin with an Aries. Okay. Aries, very hard workers. Life of the party, a lot of fun, usually pretty positive people. They want to be liked. Hard workers. They work. They're also homebodies. And they're also yes people. So they would rather throw the party. They want you to come to their house, to their dwelling. At the end of the day, if they're in a relationship, you'll be doing the things that they like to do. But they're generally very positive people. They're very much homebodies, like I said. And also what I noticed about them is they can be very cheap, very frugal. And take that as you will, you know, in any situation. They're the kind of people who will re-gift gifts. They'll take things out of their home that they got and like send it as a gift. But they love to give, but they like to give what they have already. So it comes off as like cheap or frugal. And like I have an Aries moon, so like I understand that, where like I always want to like, what can I give to you that I already have? And in some ways it's like helpful and nice, and for some people it's just like super cheap. It depends on what kind of money you have, what kind of person you are. Like it comes across in different ways. But generally very hard workers, life of the party, a lot of fun. Very flaky though, like they're yes people. So like they'll say yes for you, like, and they'll say yes to like one too many people. Like they're late a lot, you know, they're kind of like busy doing their thing, and they'd much rather have you come to their dwelling than them go to you. So they'll have the party, they'll throw the, you know, the gathering. Okay, Taurus is next. Ride or die. Those are the best friends you will ever have. They are the ones that you call at 4 in the morning because you're out drunk, and they're not even going to ask questions. They're going to ask you what happened and how was your time? Like, how did you have a good time? They're very regal and luxurious, like rich food, like, oh, like shower me in like, you know, shower me in gold and champagne, and like, they like the finer things in life. Like they will treat themselves. They're not emotional in the way where like they don't get caught up in like drama in the sense where it's like they just like how my friend put it, like they don't got time for the boo-hoos and the wah-wahs. You know what I mean? Like they're just like living their best life. But like I said, but they are very stubborn, those Taurus bulls. Like it's their way, you know what I mean? Like they'll argue with you, but at the end of the day, they're literally the most loyal, like a dog. Like they are the most loyal friends you will have, like ride or die. Like you don't even know. Like I said, they're the ones you call at 4 in the morning. They'll be happy to come get you, you know, and be like, what happened? Yo, tell me the story. Not like, what the fuck did you do? What did you do? You know what I mean? Like they're always on your side, like great friends. Taurus, what comes after Taurus? May, June. Oh, Geminis. Geminis are hit or miss for me because they're kind of like I'm a Pisces, so like we're the same way as far as like we're two different, we're like Jekyll and Hyde in a way. So Geminis are very like, they are quiet in a way, but they're very about themselves. The 1 minute they're nice, they're your best friend, they are so charming. I get along with Gemini so well, but when I don't, I don't. And then, so they are so charming and so nice, but they will say what they want to say. They don't care about hurting anybody's feelings. They will say the nastiest things to you. And literally you'll just be stuck, you'll be like stunned afterwards. Like they will just rip you apart, like if they want to, and just say the nastiest things to you, like, but they reel you in by being really charming and really like like giving, like they're very generous, but they're secretive. Like they can come across as being liars too, so watch out. Geminis, I love you and I hate you. I somehow get attracted to Gemini's friends and relationships all the time, but at the same time I fucking hate their bad side. Their bad side is probably the worst side of all the signs. So watch it with those bad boys. After Gemini we have Cancers. Cancers will change like the wind. They're very funny, very creative, very nurturing, but again, they can be like liars too, because they're so just like, they're always changing. That's the thing I see about Cancers. It's like they're the ones that dye their hair a different color every month. Very creative, very mommy-like. I knew more about Cancers. A lot of my friends were Cancers. Very creative, very organized. They're also a water sign, so like they're really caring, but they're also very wishy-washy with things. Like I said, they're changing with the wind, literally. But good people for the most part. But so emotional. Oh my God, if you're a Cancer male, like, God, yeah, like, no. Then we have Leos. Leos, it's funny because the signs I shouldn't get along with, I do. Leos are funny. They're like loud and proud. They're the life of the party. But it's like, it could be all about them too. Like they are the talkers. They're also hard workers. They're not like really emotional. Like they're emotional as far as themselves, but they don't necessarily see themselves in other people's shoes. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll be dramatic within themselves, but like they're like a Taurus where they're kind of like, what? Like you're crying? You know, like they don't got time for it. But they're very hard workers and they're very proud. Like they're very self-centered, they can be. But they're always like kind of, for the most part, like happy people because they want to be liked like really bad because their pride, it means a lot to them. Then we have my favorite Virgos. Virgos are like the school president. They are the type where like, even if they're like in a punk rock band, they're going to be the ones with the clean cut hairstyle. You know what I mean? They're very organized. They are very hard workers. They're like workers. They're like, they'll come across quiet at first because they're getting to know you and they kind of like sit in the background. And then once they feel comfortable with you, they'll open up. They're like really sweet. They're, what was the word I was looking for? Dang, my kid's a Virgo. Oh, they're very hard on themselves. Like they're very picky with things. Like they're picky with it. They're very plain with things. Like, you know, everything. They like things like nice and clean and organized. Like they will rearrange your Tupperware for you. You know what I mean? Like they're good. They're really good people. Like Virgos make good providers. But what I heard about Virgos is they can be cheaters if things aren't perfect. But most of the Virgos I know are very loyal and very like, they're not like that. So I don't know where like that comes in, but I guess it with the personality traits, like they could be like if they get bored, you know. But they're very loyal from what I've seen and what I've experienced. Okay, Virgo. Libra. Libras are they're quiet to me. Like they don't want to they want to always show well. And they're that scale, right? So they're always balanced. And what I noticed with Libras is they have ulterior motives. Like, yeah, they'll be like, yeah, I'll babysit your kid, but like they're going to get something out of it. Like because they live such a balanced life, like when they're offering to do something, it's always because they're getting something in return. There's never like a, you know what I mean? They're not the ones to call you, you have to call them. But it's not because they don't want to talk to you, it's because like they're just busy doing their thing. You know what I mean? Libras are funny like that. Like Libras are really good friends too. But they have to have that balance. So like I said, like what I noticed about Libras is if, you know, they have ulterior motives. They're really fun, good people though. There's more I know about Libras too. I just can't think about it. Okay, so what comes after Libra? November, Scorpios. Okay, so Scorpios like that poker face. They like to act like they're very mysterious, but I could see right through them. They ain't lying to me. Apparently they could be like cheaters. A Scorpio will rip your fucking head off. Like, they'll be sweet to your face, and then like in their head they're thinking about burning your house down. They're very good like nurturers, but they're also very like quiet. Like, they're funny, like they're kind of witty, and like, but I heard that they're like liars and cheaters too, so I don't know. Scorpios to me are like liars. I don't like trust them necessarily. But they are good people. Like most Scorpios I know, like I like my mom's a Scorpio, like she's funny, like they make really good parents, but because they're like a water sign, so they're nurturing. Okay, so what do we do after we have Libras? I mean, I'm sorry, after Scorpios. Okay, Sagittarius. Sagittarius are like, they are the Valley Girls. They are freaking Beverly Hills Valley Girls, airheads. They are the life of the party. They love to, they're like airheads in the way where like they'll say things that are like so untactful. Like, they just, they don't mean it. They just come across as like a 6-year-old with things. Like, they're very sweet. They're like fun. They're very juvenile. Like, they love to party. Like, they love to like have a good time. They always want to smile. They always want to be positive. But at the end of the day, they're the ones that are like, oh, just come across as airheads. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, after that, come on, we gotta speed this up and run out of time. Capricorns. Capricorny. They are so freaking corny. They're the ones with the Bed Bath & Beyond posters, like hanging up in their house. And they're the ones that are like, they're very hard workers too. And I've had really good Capricorn friends, but they're the ones that are like, ew, you said booger. Like, they just don't get it. Like, they don't take the time to like get things. They're like up in their own heads. Like, Capricorny, y'all are corny. That's all I have to say about you. But I've had some, it's like either I like you or I don't like you if you're Capricorn. Like, then Aquarius. I love me a good Aquarius. Oh my God, they are so sweet. They're almost like a Virgo. Like, they act quiet. I wonder if they're the same, like if they're like like, you know, earth sign, fire sign, whatever. I gotta look that up. So Aquarius, they're funny. They're like, they'll sit quiet. They're very creative, very like cool, calm, and collect. But they're very silly, very imaginative, very creative, very like insightful, like very like free thinkers. They're really cool. I don't know. I like a good Aquarius. They're like nice people. Like, I'm sure like there's another side of Aquariuses that aren't, but I genuinely like really like Aquariuses. And they're hard for me to decipher. Like, I can't really pinpoint what they are exactly. They're just kind of like quiet, cool, and accepting when they want to be. And like sometimes, I don't know if they're judgmental, but like Capricorns are judgmental, like, and Geminis are judgmental, and Leos are judgmental. Those are like the most judgmental signs in my opinion. Okay, then you have Pisces, which I am, but I also have an Aries moon and a Sagittarius rising, so I take on qualities of those two other things. Sagittarius is too, they just like, they don't want to deal with your shit. Like, they're just like, what? Like, I don't want to deal with your drama. Like, they will walk away from it. They don't deal with it. That's Sagittarius. Pisces, that's me. Very nurturing, very creative, very flighty, very up in their head, like staring at the clouds. Very sweet, very nurturing, very mommy-like, but they can also like rip your head off with words. Like, they're one of those too. Like, because they're so intuitive, like, they see things before they happen. Like, they're just like, they know. And we're kind of quiet and keep to ourselves and kind of like very funny and very creative. But if you're being an ass, like, we're gonna tell you, and we're gonna say the harshest words ever. And that's kind of like Gemini-esque. I don't know how I'm gonna cut this video shorter. It's already at 16.5 minutes, and the bus is about to be here. So I don't know. I hope you guys like that video. It was a lot of fun for me to do. I'm talking kind of fast, but I hope I didn't offend anybody. But y'all know it's the truth. Don't even try to lie. So, you look beautiful today. Thank you so much for watching. And yeah, enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.